Hello, welcome back to the channel, Bright Road to Success, where we make learning easy. So today we are going to practice finding the start time on the number line. So here we have a word problem, and we're going to work through it and see if we can find out what time a particular event starts, given that we have the start time and the elapsed time. So let's read the problem first. It says Ayana's birthday party ended at 5:17 p.m. If it lasted for 2 hours and 7 minutes, what time did it start? All right, so we're going to go ahead and use our strategy called cubes. First is the C. So here we're going to circle all of the important numbers or units. So I'm going to come over here and just grab my drawing tool. And I'm going to go ahead and circle 5:17 p.m. because that is a number or a unit of time. And I'm also going to circle 2 hours. And I'm going to circle 7 minutes. Okay, so again, that C stands for circle the important numbers or units. Now I'm going to move on to the U. The U stands for underlining the question. So here is the question, and it is what time did it start? And as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and throw a question mark in there because I don't see one. Very good. All right. So here we have underlined the question, what time did it start? So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to line through the U. Next up is B. B stands for box the action words. And I'm going to read this again to see if I see any words that actually tell me to do something in particular. Ayana's birthday party ended at 5:17 p.m. If it lasted for 2 hours and 7 minutes, what time did it start? Okay, so I don't see any action words in particular, such as somebody gave something away or somebody added something. So I'm going to go ahead and line through the B. Next, we have the letter E, which stands for evaluate or eliminate things that we don't need. So I want to make sure that I'm understanding what this problem is asking me. So again, it says Ayana's birthday party ended at 5:17 p.m. So I'm going to go over here, put a text box, and I'm just simply going to put 5:17 p.m. And then it says if it lasted for 2 hours and 7 minutes. So then what I'm going to do, just as a strategy, I'm going to put up here 2 hours and 7 minutes. I think I said 17, but it's 2 hours and 7 minutes. Then it says, what time did it start? Well, since I don't know what time it starts, I'm going to just put over here a question mark since that's what I'm actually trying to find out. All right, so now we can go ahead and we can line through the E. So hold on one second. I'm going to grab my drawing tool. I'm going to line through the E. Now the S stands for just solving the problem. So we're getting ready to do that, or we're going to continue to do that. And what we have to do first is we have to get our friendly numbers. Now, what do we mean by friendly numbers? If you've watched any of the other videos, you're familiar with cubes and you're also familiar with friendly numbers. But nonetheless, friendly numbers are numbers that end in the number 5 or the number 0. And we want friendly numbers is because it's easy to subtract or add time frames onto numbers or times that end in 5 or 0. So here we go. We're going to start at 5:17. And since we don't know what time the event begins, which the beginning always starts on the left, the end always starts here or always ends on the right, we are going to move backward or we're going to subtract. So let me repeat myself. If you know the end time, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to grab a little text box right here and I'm going to put the word end time. So if you know the end time, you will start with that time on the right side and then you will subtract in order to find the, and I'm going to put right here, start time. Okay. So I think I understand exactly what I need to do in this problem. So now I'm going to go ahead and, as it says here, I'm going to find my friendly number so I can go ahead and finish solving this. The time that that this birthday party ends is 5:17. So I see 17 here. I'm going to subtract so that instead of it being a 7 here, there's a 5. So if I think about 17, if I go back 2, that will bring me to 5:15. So I'm going to go ahead and decrease this time by 2. Grab my little text box and I'm going to put minus uh, 2, right? And then I'm going to put my new time right here, which would be 5:15, right? Because 7 minus 2 is 5, so it's 5:15. I'm not done yet because remember, I have to subtract at least 2 hours and 7 minutes. But what I am going to do is I'm going to draw through the 7. Let's see if I can change this color here. I'm going to draw through the 7 because at this point, I've subtracted 2 from 7 of my minutes. So now I only have 5 minutes remaining that I will need to subtract. So I'm just going to put 5 minutes right here. All right, so now I'm going to keep going. So now that I have 5:15, I can go ahead and subtract my hours because I've got to subtract 2 hours. So here we go. I'm going to first subtract 1 hour. And if I jump like this or decrease the time, I can go ahead, and since I'm here at 5:15, the hour is 5, and if I subtract 1 hour, that will put me at 4:15. So I'm going to go ahead right here and put in the time 4:15. All right, I'm not done yet, but what I am going to do as a strategy is I'm going to line through this 2, and now I'm simply going to put 1 hour because I only have 1 hour remaining that I must subtract. And this is a way too to kind of keep track of the amount of time that you have remaining to subtract. So here again, I'm at 4:15, and as a matter of fact, let me click in this box and just write 4:15 p.m. And then I'm going to click in this box and write 5:15 p.m. And it's important that you keep track of the AM or PM just in case you cross over 12, because then it would change to either AM or PM depending on where you start. All right, so here we go. So now we're at 4:15. So I need to subtract 1 more hour. So let me grab my drawing tool and I'm going to subtract another hour. And so if I'm at 4:15 and I subtract 1 hour, that means that instead of 4:15, my new time would be, what do you think? 4 minus 1 is 3. So it's 3:15. And of course, it's PM. All right, so we're on a roll here. So I'm going to go ahead. Now I'm going to go ahead and line through that 1 hour because I've already subtracted it. All I have left to do is to subtract that 5 minutes. So here, if I'm at 3:15, and if I subtract simply 5 minutes, that would bring the time to, I'm looking at the 15. And so if you have 15, take away 5, that leaves 10. So let me put up here first, minus 5, and it's 5 minutes. My new time would be 3:10 p.m. Right? And so now I'm going to go ahead and line through this 5 minutes. I have no more time to subtract. And now the mystery has been solved. I, at this point, know what time the party will start. The party, and I'm trying to get this box to move over. Let's see if I can get this box to move over. Here was the mystery, which has been solved. And we answered the question, what time did the party start? Well, the party started at, I'm going to write the answer right here. Party started at 3:10 p.m. It's very important to, after you finish decreasing or increasing your times, that you actually write what the answer is. So let's just double check our answer. Here, we know that the party started at 5:17. Here, it looks like we subtracted 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 and 6, 7. And matter of fact, let me put minute right here. So we subtracted 1 hour, 2 hours, and 5 minutes and 7 minutes, and we came up with 310. And there you have it. So now I can simply go back up here. I can line through my S because now I've solved this problem. And I can also line through friendly numbers because I was able to get my friendly numbers. So there you have it. Now you know how to find the start time on the number line using our strategy cubes and friendly numbers. Okay, so what I want you to do is practice some of these on your own. Please subscribe to the channel, click the bell.